Hello and welcome to Mathematical Coaching Center. Today we'll be starting a new lesson, that is ratio and proportion. Okay, and in this video we'll be discussing about ratio. But before we begin, my name is Umang Khawas, and if you have any problem in learning mathematics, then consider subscribing this channel. You can also connect me through other social sites like Facebook and Instagram. So let's begin our lesson today. So let's see what is a ratio. A ratio is a comparison of sizes of two or more quantities of same kind by division. Okay, it is a comparison of sizes of two or more quantities of same kind. So this is very important. Okay, it is a comparison of sizes, okay, how big or small the quantity is, and it should be of how many quantities? It should be of two or more quantities, and it should be of same kind. So whenever you are comparing two quantities, it should be same. So when you are comparing the heights of people, it should be height of both the people. If you are comparing weight, it should be weight of both the people. You cannot compare height and weight. Okay, the quantity must be same. Okay, so a fraction a by b is called the ratio of a to b, and it is denoted by a is to b. Okay, this is read as a is to b. How do we read this? This is a is to b. This symbol is known as is to. Okay, now this is a comparison of two quantities, that is, one is a, the other one is b. This first part that you see here is known as the antecedent, and the second part that you see here, it is the consequent. And the antecedent. The first part is antecedent and the second part is consequent. Okay, let's see an example. So here we are comparing heights of two friends. Okay, it is the height of two friends. Okay, so it is of same kind and it is two quantities and we are comparing them. So now whenever we compare, okay, this is how we write it. Let's cancel it. So it is just a fraction. So whenever you see a fraction like 150 by 120, what do? We cancel it, right? So here also we do the cancellation, 120 and 150. So we cancel the 0 first. I see here 3 5s are 15 and this is 3 4s are 12. Okay, so this will give us the ratio is 5:4. So this is the ratio of heights of two friends. Okay, so further on, let's see few rules that is associated with ratios. So rule number 1 says can be multiplied or divided by some non-zero numbers. So you can either multiply or divide by some non-zero numbers and it does not change the ratio. It will not change the ratio. It is usually done to express a ratio in the lowest whole numbers. Okay, usually ratios are expressed in lowest whole numbers, so usually we multiply or divide by some non-zero numbers to express it into lowest forms. So whenever we take ratio, it is usually taken between two positive quantities. It should be of same kind and must also have a same unit. Okay, so this is very important, of same kind and should have the same unit. Okay, for this let's see an example. So example is 1 year is to 18 months. So it both represents some amount of time. So both represents time. It is 1 year, it is also time. 18 months, it is also time. So we are taking ratios of same kind. Till there it's okay, but it should also have the same unit. One is year, the other one is months. So it is of different units, so this is not possible. Okay, so whenever you have something like this, you must convert it into same units. Okay, so usually what we do is we convert the bigger unit to a smaller unit. So year is bigger than months. Okay, obviously 1 year is greater than 1 month. So what you'll do is we'll convert the year into months. Okay, so what is 1 year? 1 year is equals to 12 months and we are keeping 18 months as it is. So now here you see it is both quantities of same kind, that is both represents a time and it has the same units. Okay, now we do the cancellation. It is 6 2s are 12 and 6 3s are 18. So what is the ratio? 2:3. Okay, so here also we are dividing it by the same non-zero number, that is 6. Okay, we are dividing by the same non-zero number, that is 6. So you are dividing by 6 2 is 12 and 6 3 is 18. So this does not change the ratio. So what is the final answer that we get? 2:3, and usually it is expressed in the lowest whole numbers. Okay, so further cancellation is not possible. We cannot cancel 2 and 3 with the same numbers. So this is the lowest possible whole numbers. So this is the required answer. Next, the order is very important. Okay, the ratios like 2:3 and 3:2 are not same. You cannot interchange just like that and say that they are same because we have 2 and 3 there. Okay, the orders are very important and they are not same. So order is important here. And the most important thing is ratio is a number and it has no units. Okay, so 2:3, here we got a ratio 2:3 and it is just a number. There is 2 and there is 3. Okay, or you can say it is 2/3. It is just a number. It has no units. It is not months, it is not years, it is just 2/3. It is a ratio and it is just a number. Okay, these are the few important rules that you must remember while solving ratio. And let's see what will be a ratio of 2 or more numbers. How do we write ratio of 2 or more numbers? Okay, so ratio of 3 quantities of same kind. Suppose there is a ratio of 3 quantities of same kind in same units. Okay, so it is 3 quantities, same kind and same units. So how do we express it? We express it by writing A is to B is to C. We just write A is to B is to C. So this is how ratios of 3 numbers are expressed. So similarly, if there are 4 quantities of same kind in same units, what we do? We just write A is to B is to C. We just write A is to B is to C is to D. Okay, so now let's see composition of ratio when there are 2 ratios and we do composition of ratios. Okay, so first is compound ratio. How do we find compound ratio? So compound ratio of A is to B. So there is one ratio is A is to B. Okay, and the other ratio is C is to D. So there are 2 ratios, A is to B and C is to D. So we need to find the compound ratios of these 2 ratios. What we do is we just multiply the antecedent and we just multiply the consequent. The first part is multiplied with first part, the second part is multiplied with second part. That's it. So what do we get? A into C is AC, B into D is BD. So this is the compound ratio of these 2 ratios, A is to B and C is to D. Okay, this is the compound ratio of 2 ratios, A is to B and C is to D. Now there might be not just 2 ratios, but it can be more than 2 ratios. We can have more than 2 ratios. So what do we do in that case? Okay, suppose there are 3 ratios, A is to B is one ratio, the next one is C is to D, okay, and the third one is E is to F. Here also the same thing. We'll just multiply the incident part, okay, and the consequent part. The first part is multiplied and the second part is multiplied. So A into C into E is ACE and B into D into F is BDF. So this is what we get, ACE and BDF. Okay, next is reciprocal ratio. So there's one ratio, A is to B, and we need to find what is the reciprocal ratio of A is to B. A is to B means it is A by B. Okay, so what is the reciprocal of A by B? It is B by A. So reciprocal ratio of A is to B will become B is to A. It is just opposite, interchanging the places of the first part and the second part, or the incident or the consequent. Okay, so we get this. So let's see few examples. Okay, so find the ratios of the quantities 1.2 kg and 60 grams. So both represents weight. Okay, both represents weight. So 1.2 kg is some kind of weight and 60 grams is also some kind of weight. But here we see that it is not of same unit. Okay, they are not in same unit. So what we do is we convert it into same units. Okay, usually what we do, we convert the greater or the bigger unit to a smaller unit. So we are converting a kg into grams. So whenever you convert kg into grams, so what you do is we multiply by 1000. Okay, so solution 1.2 kg is equal to 1.2 into 1000. So we are multiplying by 1000 to make it grams. So this will be equal to, we'll just, how many zeros are there? There are 3 zeros here, 1 2 3. So we'll move this position 3 this side, so decimal position 1 2 3. Okay, so how many zeros will be there? 1 0 here, 1 0 here, so it will become 1200 grams. So this is 1200 grams. So now the ratio of 1.2 kg to 60 grams is equals to, so what is 1.2 kg? It is 1200 grams. Okay, 1200 grams is to 60 grams. So we cancel this 0 0 6 1 is 6, and it is 6 2 is 12, and 6 0 is 0. So what is the final answer that we get? It is 20:1. So what is the ratio of 1.2 kg to 60 grams? It is 20:1. So this is how we find the ratio. Okay, let us see one more examples. Here it is quite different. So here we have two ratios. Okay, A is to B is equals to C, and B is to C is equals to 8:9. And we are asked to find the ratio of A is to B is to C. Okay, we have to find the ratio of A is to B is to C. So there are two ratios, like A is to B and B is to C. So we have to combine them and make it a one ratio, A is to B is to C. Okay, so every time we get this kind of question, one of the term will be common in both the ratios, like here it is B. Okay, so what we will try to do in this question is that we will try to make the B part same. Okay, that's right. Solution, what is the thing given? Given is A is to B is 6:7, and what is the other part? That is B is to C. So we see that the B part is common. Okay, B part is same in both the ratios. What we will do is, now we will also try to make these numbers same. We'll try to make this number same. So what we will do is, we'll multiply the above ratio with 8. Okay, we'll multiply it with 8, and the lower ratio by 7. Okay, just interchanging. So B is 7 here and B is 8 here. So what we'll do, we'll take this 8 and we'll multiply it the first ratio, and we'll take the 7 and we'll multiply that with the second ratio. What happens while doing that is, we'll we'll have A is to B is equals to 6 8 6 into 8 is 48, and what is 7 into 8? It is 56. Okay, and again by multiplying by 7, we get the second ratio as 7 8 56, and 7 9 63. So after doing that, you can see this numbers also becomes same. Okay, so 56 56 here also BB. So now what you'll do, you'll just write A BC is 48 is to 56 is to 3. Okay, so this is the required ratio. Now after that, we will try to cancel it, but cancellation must be done with the same numbers. All the three quantities must be divided or multiplied by the same numbers here, because it is one ratio now. So you can cancel this 2 with 2, but you cannot cancel this with 2. Here also you can cancel this and this with 7, but you cannot cancel this with 7. Okay, so cancellation is not possible. So this is the lowest possible term. This is in lowest possible whole number. So this is the required answer. I hope that this video was helpful to you, and in the next video we will be solving more problems on ratios. So to stay updated, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching and have a good day.